adjusted right. We're looking good, nice and clean. And our sound should be good. In a minute, we'll see people popping up. I always wait to see someone pop up. It might be live, but you don't know. Yeah. Sometimes Facebook says live, but it's not live. Let's give it a minute. If anyone's out there, throw a comment. There we are. We're live. We made it. We're here. Hi, everyone. How are you? It's 5:30. We do this every Wednesday. Thank you for joining me. My name is Randy. We're the mission at Blue Ridge is to add value to people's lives. And you know, I have a special guest today. Oh my gosh, so special. His name is Robert Provocera. So I met this guy. This is Robert, guys. Robert, I love you, man. I love you, Robert. This is Robert, guys. Robert is spectacular. He's the most kind-hearted, humble gentleman I may have ever met. And I met him by chance one day. I'm up at my house, and I wanted to shoot an exercise video. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm into ski racing, right? So I want to shoot an exercise video, and I open up the phone book, and there's Robert Provocera, Terra Productions, and I call him up, and he says these words to me. I'm over at his house. He has a production studio, and he goes, "You know, Randy, everything great in my life I want to bring to your life."
I
remember that?
Yes, I do, Randy. I'm all right. How about that, huh?
So Robert is going to be bringing the presentation today. Today's talk is all about how to have the most joyful, the most exciting, the most peaceful life you could possibly live. It's about the best things in life, guys. Thanks for being here. Debbie, I see you. Maggie, thanks for joining. I love y'all. Thanks for being here. I hope you enjoy this. A lot of fun. Robert Provocera. Here we go.
Thanks, Randy. Well, dearly beloved, we're gathered here today. How about that, huh? You almost thought I was going to break out into a wedding ceremony. But you know, it's possible. It could be, actually. There is love in the air. There's always love in the air here at Blue Ridge Estates, you know. I could feel it. There's something very, very special about this place. But really, think about that statement for a minute. We are gathered here today. Just think, we weren't gathered together for a while there, were we now? So now we really appreciate it. We have a new appreciation for gathering together. It's good. You know, we're made for this. We're made for gathering, and we're made to be together. Hey, and what a better place to be able to do it than right here at beautiful Blue Ridge Estates. So we know that it's good to gather, and we know that it's good to be here, right? I can feel that. In fact, sometimes I hate to leave. My wife has to drag me away from here. Like that little boy, you know, your mom is like, "Come on, we've got to go now." And you're like, "No, come on, I want to stay." You hate to leave when something is that good. And that's how I feel. I could relate to that little boy, I'll tell you. But some folks like to get away or take a holiday from the neighborhood or hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. But I know what I'm needing, and I don't want to waste no time. I'm in a Blue Ridge state of mind.
I love it.
That's true. We borrowed that from Billy Joel, of course. But the truth is, you're in a different state of mind when you're here. I mean, look at this. Look at this place. It doesn't really get any better than this. But my question to you today is why? I want to talk about why. What is so special about this place? I mean, the wine is excellent. I've got a glass right here. I mean, could that be what it is? It's excellent wine. Or the view. I mean, look at this view. It's beautiful. Could it be the view? Could it be that people treat us so well when we're here? Maybe. That's part of it too. But you know what? I know the truth. I know that there's a hidden reason behind it. There is something at the very heart of this place, the nucleus of this place, that makes it so special. And we're going to talk about that here today. But we have to leave sometime. We can't stay here all day. And when we go back and when we go home, you realize we step off this property, right? When we step off of this property, sometimes it's not quite as good. It's not as excellent. It's got some problems. We could agree that there are some problems in the world, aren't there? In fact, there was a 6th grade boy, and he was in school, and his teacher was talking about the world and talking about the country, talking about some of the problems, and he was very concerned. And when he came home, he went to his mother and he said, "Mom, I want to make the world a better place. I'm going to make the world a better place." You know what she told him, don't you? Have you heard this story? She said, "You want to make the world a better place? Really? Okay, go upstairs and make your bed. Go clean your room." Well, that may be harsh, but it's true. There's wisdom in those words. There's definitely wisdom. And you have to start somewhere, don't you? And this beautiful vineyard this beautiful place, it wasn't always this way. In fact, you can still see Randy making improvements upon it here every day. But it had to start somewhere. It had to start somewhere. I remember when we first came here, Randy took me to the top. We stood right at the top of the mountain. You remember this, Randy? You said, Robert, I'm going to turn this place into a beautiful winery and a beautiful vineyard. And honestly, I didn't see it at first. I couldn't see it at first. But, you know, he had a vision. He had a dream, and he had a picture in his mind of what it should be like. He had to start somewhere. And that's what I'm talking about. He had to picture it here first. But let me ask you something. He had to do a few things to get to that point. He had to build the balcony. He actually had a vision for that wraparound porch. You know, the wraparound porch? He wanted everybody to enjoy the view from all sides. So he constructed that and he built it up. And you know, and then he had to build the first building. And then there was the underground part and then the second building. And it all came like that. But it started somewhere. So I'm going to ask you again. We're going to get to this. Why? Come on, what's the secret? What is the secret behind Blue Ridge Estates? What makes this place so special? But we're going to talk about that. I want to step back for a minute. Let's look at this whiteboard here. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to step back and see here. This is let's say this here is the world, right? So there's the world, and here we are. We're in the world here somewhere, right? Now, before we talk about that, inside, right here, all right, we're in the country. This is United States. Here we are, right there. But now, let's say we're in Pennsylvania here, okay? Here we are in Pennsylvania. And look at this, right in there, that's your town, right? And in your town, right here, look at that, inside, that's your house, right? Right there. Now look at this, your family in there, and right in the middle, right at the heart of it. See that? The nucleus. That is the nucleus right there. That's very important because, you know, did you ever drop a pebble into the water? You drop a pebble into the water. Listen, it never ripples in, does it? It doesn't work that way. It ripples out. It always ripples out. It starts from the center here and it ripples out right from the nucleus. So you want to make the world a better place, just like that 6th grade boy. We have to start somewhere. We start at home. We start right here at the nucleus, right in the center, your marriage, your family, your house, right there. So what if the converse was also true? Think about this for a minute. If you were, I don't know, let's say you're Dr. Evil. You want to take the whole thing down. You wanted to destroy this whole thing. Have you ever heard of the atomic bomb? You know what that does, don't you? It divides the nucleus, and it's very, very powerful. So the thing about that is we need to keep this very, very strong, right? Because we see that in our culture. We see division of the family. We see marriages divided. You know, it's accepted. Sometimes it's even glorified on television and in the movies, right? But guess what? Not here. Not at Blue Ridge Estates. Have you ever seen Randy and Tiffany together? That is love. It's a beautiful thing to see. Those people are in love. And I guarantee if they didn't start there, if they didn't begin with that strong marriage and that strong nucleus, this place, believe me, would not be the place that we know and love and enjoy today. So we've got to start right there. Let's get back to what Blue Ridge Estates is all about, right? There's love. We love it here. We love this place. You know why? Because there is love here. Simple, right? It sounds simple. There is love here. You know, I want to tell you a story. You may know a little bit about this anyway, but every year, Randy says, Tiff, would you marry me again? Mm-hmm. Right, Randy? Mm-hmm. And what does she say? She says yes.
Absolutely.
Of course she says yes. But think about that. Think about how beautiful that is right now. The girls in the audience are going like, whoa.
Right? I ask her all the time, right? Right? Every door.
That's the truth. I've seen it happen. Sometimes we actually celebrate it here, and we have a little celebration about it. So look, we want to make the world a better place. It sounds really tough, but no pressure. Drop that first pebble in the water, right? And watch it ripple out. That's a natural sequence of events. It starts right there with you. Maybe some of you aren't married out there. Maybe you're looking for that special person, right? You're looking for that someone special, and we hear that all the time. But I've got a surprise for you. It's not just about finding that special person. It's about becoming that special person, right, Randy? So go home, make your bed, love your spouse, love your family, ripple out from the center. Maybe your neighborhood becomes such a great place that your neighbors don't have to hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood, and they stay there and they're inspired, and it becomes a better neighborhood, and then a better town, a better state, a better country, and a better world. So when you leave Blue Ridge Estates, I know you get that free glass with you, and you may take away a beautiful bottle of wine with you, but you're going to take home more than that next time, aren't you? Because you know what the secret is. When you leave here, right, take away the love that comes from this place. This place was born out of love. So leave here. I challenge you in a Blue Ridge, the state of mind. Cheers. Okay. Wow. There you go. Cheers, everybody. Right, Randy?
Cheers, Robert.
Beautiful. Thanks.
Rob. Oh, my God.
I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Absolutely.
Oh, my God. Wow. I love this. Thanks, Robert. Man, thank you all for being part of this. There's been times where I've said to Tiff, I go, do you know what the heart of Blue Ridge is? You know what the nucleus of the whole thing is? You know what everything depends on? You're in my relationship. And thanks, Robert. Yeah. God, it's so true. Thanks for being here, y'all. I love y'all. Thanks for making my life possible. Thanks for making my family possible. See y'all. Bye, guys. Next week, I got to tell you this before we hang up. So I wrote a talk this week. And guess what? It was all about love. It was all about relationships. It was about paying attention to bids for attention. I'm so big on this. Dr. John Gottman, study that guy. You'll love it. See you next week. Talk to you soon, y'all. Thanks, guys. It's going to be a great weekend. Sun's going to shine. See you guys. Bye, y'all. Thanks, everyone.